the elements of art and principles of design. These are the building blocks of art. The elements of art are components or parts of a work of art that can be isolated and defined. They are the building blocks used to create a work of art. Line. A line is a point moving through space. Or, as Paul Klee said, a line is a dot that went for a walk. This is one of his drawings, named the Twittering Machine. Here's some various types of lines. Gesture lines. These are energetic and capture the movement of an active figure. Contour lines. These lines describe the shape and interior shapes of an object with no shading. Sketch lines. These lines capture the appearance of an object or the impression of a place. They create texture. Shape. This element is two-dimensional, flat, or limited to height and width. Shapes have two general categories. First, there's organic shapes, shapes found in nature or free form. And then there are mathematical shapes or geometric shapes. Space is created by you as the artist for a particular purpose. It has a background, a foreground, and a middle ground. It also includes the distances or areas around, between, and within things. Now there are two kinds of space, negative and positive space. Negative space is the area between, around, through, or within an object. Positive spaces are the areas that are occupied by the object. Here's an example. Foreground, middle ground, and background. Here's our example of positive and negative space. Texture describes how something feels or how it looks like it feels. Smooth is a texture, and so is bumpy, hard, light, clear, rough, fluffy, furry, all kinds. Here are some various textures. You can't touch these here on the screen, but you can look at them and really know how they would feel if you could touch them. Ooh. Look at this fluffy softness. Form. Form is three-dimensional shapes. It's got height, width, and depth. Your body is a form. So is a cone, a sphere, and a cube. Shh. We get a cube from the square. From a circle, we get a sphere. Triangles can either be cones or pyramids. Color. All kinds of colors, as you learned when we did the color wheel. And here we've got a color wheel with primary and secondary, and then split to warm and cool. Now showing primary, secondary, and tertiary. Value the lightness or the darkness of a color. The principles of design. We use the elements of art, line, color, texture, shape, space, value, to create the principles of design. For example, emphasis, which you already learned. Today, let's look at balance. There are three types of balance: symmetrical, asymmetrical, and radial.
Symmetrical balance is when all of the elements of a painting or drawing balance each other out. The two sides are basically the same, divided right down the center. You see the even spacing?
Asymmetrical balance. Balance achieved by manipulating the placement of a variety of different shaped, colored, and sized elements around the page. Such as a large object surrounded by space, being balanced by a greater number of smaller, more colorful objects.
How is this painting balanced? Now, how can you tell?
Radial balance. parts of an object or picture are regularly arranged and radiate from a central point. There are lots of examples of radial balance throughout art history, such as the rose windows at Notre Dame Cathedral. A mandala made of sand by Tibetan monks. Even a modern-day toy. Look around. There's radial balance everywhere.
Thank you for watching. This movie brought to you by Pockets, Whispers, Ruby, Mr. Arthur, and Ms. Sawyer.